Mine. His name is Derek Curlew, and he runs Lift Fit boot camps. I've been a member there for a long time. I know it doesn't look like it, but at one point he did get me close to a six-pack, and then I went to Hooters, and that's, you know. He's really taught me a lot about how to be healthy, and he's helped a lot of people, and the guy cares about everybody so much. I've seen him bring people that were, you know, somewhat fit to go to be in bodybuilding competitions to, you know, a lady who was, how old is Sherry? 71. She was like 194. She lost 194 pounds through Derek and his program. So he helps people from all ages, from fit to completely unfit. Bring him on. He's going to go over something we're adding to our package today. Give it up for Derek.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. It's a good introduction. Perfect, I'm not good at these things, but I'm going to go with it. All right, guys, thank you for having me so much. First, before we even started, I kind of just wanted to kind of add a little section to what I was going to talk to you guys about today. And it's just kind of, once I got here and saw the culture, and actually, I swear to God, I kind of got chills at the set, but I want to thank the Meares family, first of all. And it's, I'm an emotional guy, you'll find out. I'm not like you guys at all. I like candles and scents and stuff like that. It's what it is. I look at this, and we're a small business owner, so we're in business for 8 years now. We look at it this way, and it's like, I want to get to this point where they are. And you know, it's really crazy. It's like we have one weekly staff meeting with our crew every single Wednesday. And I know the day and days leading up to it, like my excitement is like through the roof because I get to share my vision, my dream, my passion, kind of what I see, not only as the growth and kind of the expectation, the plan of the whole company, but each individual whole. And it really gets to a point of like, you know, with you guys, it's our family, our parents, our grandparents, they grew up in a time where they had a union. They had a job where they worked 20, 25 years. They worked one job, one income, they retired, and they were set with retirement and insurance and everything for the rest of their lives. Well, that's not how it is now. So when you look around, I look at this, and the one thing that excites me and why I want to talk about this first is it kind of ties into where we're going to go at the end. When you raise your standards and when you raise your daily habits and your rituals, good things happen. That's how you become the winner. And when you either align yourself with a winning team or you don't, it really comes down to where you can raise up your standards and your rituals. So we're here on Saturday. You kind of have to be, but really you could have quit yesterday if you didn't want to be here today. Right? So I mean, it kind of turns around and you start to look like left and right. And now maybe where somebody might have been, you know, at a certain level before, when you join a team like this, you have to raise your standards. When you join a Super Bowl champs, you have to raise up to their level of practice, preparation, and play. And that's the same thing they've created here. And it kind of just started as husband and wife kind of putting this together. And then kids have followed along and picked up that path. And so you look at it in a sense of like, you are now taking like 40 years of education that got kind of distilled down into Travis's now 15 and however many years, Tommy's 15 years, Janine's 20 years, whatever it is. And you take that and it doesn't just grow like incrementally one by one. It's grown from 2, 8 to 60 to 120 to now this year, what are we at today, guys? 60. It's ridiculous. It's because 2 people took a bold path. There's the goosebumps again, guys. There's my warm mushiness. But it's because 2 people had a vision and a goal. So when you look at this and they start offering health insurance, they start offering benefits and 2.5 extra days and all these other things, like because they do it with ear. They do it with love. And so how it started for them was they raised their standards. They raised their daily rituals. They decided they need to systemize their business. They needed to put policies and procedures into place. They needed to train you guys weekly because what happens at the end of this? I just found out after 5 years you might still have money. That's kind of cool. But you leave here with like a PhD in years education. And so you can take that to either make your own business or fix stuff around your own house or whatever it is that you have learned throughout these different traits that you're learning these skills. But it's because they put the time to play. I'm sure you know a lot of the other competition. And they probably don't train them. They probably learn as they go, right? And you probably go and you fix their mistakes. And you probably see things glued where they shouldn't be glued and things, you know, wedged together when they shouldn't be wedged together, or whatever it is you guys see. Remember, I like candles. I'm not fixing stuff like you guys, you can tell. But you've seen the mistakes. They're not champions. They don't care. They're gonna do what they can do to get by. They've raised the level of the standards. They've raised up your habits. They've raised up your rituals. So that's where I want to really start. Just thank you guys for having me. It's really cool to see. I hope I'm there in 32 more years. And it's really amazing to see this guy. So anyway, that's where I kind of want to interject and start this. But guys, it's amazing. If you really take a second to look around today, I know you're here on a Saturday, I know you're going to leave here and you're going to see half of your day is gone. But I hope you realize the big picture of what's now invested into you. And that's what we're going to talk about today is the investment in you. All right? So when we go, where did I throw my clicker, guys? So you can hit these things. So when we go to this, there we go. All right, slide number one. First of all, who has never heard my name, knows about LiveFit, knows anything about us, either through social media or seeing Travis's like puking pictures online? Raise your hand if you don't know who I am. I'm not offended, guys. I actually love that. Can we go higher just real quick? Cool. That's actually awesome, like half the room out though. So to me, it's an opportunity. It's not a bad thing at all. I look at this as a chance to kind of spread a good, healthy word. You know, we're in a day and age right now where fitness is about what you take away. I've been doing it for 4 months. I CrossFit 6 times a day every day, bro. There's all these things of extremes, but really, if you think about the healthiest people in your life, they don't freaking CrossFit. They're not somebody who's on a paleo diet. The healthiest people in your life are the ladies who bowl 2-3 days a week, that dude you know 2 doors down that golfs 5-6 days a week, that old man that you know is out the door before you guys are even out the door because he's playing racquetball or tennis or whatever his sport is. So when you look at that, health and fitness is basically upping your standards and increasing your daily habits. So when we look at like what fitness is to me, it's not about, I love that you guys are staring at these pictures because you're going to see a lot of familiar faces too, and you might see that guy with his shirt off. So, but when you raise your standards and you increase your daily habits and rituals, then all of a sudden it doesn't become a diet. If you now in a house, all of a sudden some sort of new emergency is thrown at you while you were fixing what you thought was just a common repair, you have now had so much training that instead of panicking and everything crumbles around you, you know what your standard rituals are, you know what to do because of your training. Now that happens because you practice good habits over and over again. If we just learn how to crash diet, if we just know how to overdo cardio and do an hour a day and go sweat it off or whatever the thing is that you're trying to do, we don't learn. Right? So the whole idea is what we're going to try and do with this whole next program, and you're going to see when we get to the end of this, what we're going to call foundational fitness. And we're going to have a challenge here for the Meares Company, and there's going to be $500 of prizes at the end of this. And it's only 30 days. If you can't get it in 30 days, you probably didn't give a shit about your health anyway to start with. So if you're serious, this is for you. If you're not serious, it doesn't matter. Okay? You guys can do your own thing. But what we're going to talk about today is the whole fact of like, you got to start putting in good daily habits. And instead of talking about, again, like what we're going to take away, what we're going to restrict ourselves, we're going to talk about what's going to help us and what's going to improve our health. So right now, I want to do something that's going to be a little bit crazy and it's a little bit tighter than I expected it to be. But everybody knows what a Chinese fire drill is, right? Guys, come on. We know what a Chinese fire drill is. You get to a light, everybody gets out of the car, you run around the car, and you get back inside. All right, we're going to make this really confusing and tough right now. But guys, everybody stand up, and you're going to go a Chinese fire drill around your table, and we're going to see what happens in a second. Everybody stand up. Let's go. This is exactly my point. Listen to you guys. You're talking. Look at your table. People are smiling. All you freaking did is stand up and walk around your desk. You guys are easily amused. Now, think about if you started being a little bit more active in your day-to-day life. Think about if you started moving a little bit more. How about if you and your wife did something together every day after work? All right, guys, let's type this down. Look, this guy was dead asleep. I woke him up. He's up. He's up. So guys, a little bit of movement, a little bit of activity. My job is so simple, but people overcomplicate it. My job is super simple. You move a little bit more, you eat a little bit better, what happens? You get healthier. Thank God people mess it up because I have a job. If not, I can have a job. So the whole idea, guys, is we gotta get you active, we gotta get you moving a little bit more. So here's our Meares challenge. It's gonna be very, very simple. When you get into your office every single day, you're going to have an opportunity to earn points basically from the second you wake up in the morning to the second you get to the office to the minute you leave. So how it's going to work is this. When you do your entry into the office when you get there, or for the people that are on the road or however your day starts with Meares, you have an option of either 20 push-ups or 20 squats. Now, we're going to talk about some different ways to get knee injuries and shoulder stuff, whatever. For people that work at the office, if you don't want to do those things, we're going to have a little bit further out extended lot where nobody ever wants to park at the end of the grass field. And if you park out there, that'll count for your points. So we're going to call it like the live fit lot where you walk a little further. We're not going to have some front VIP spots because hopefully it'll open up a little bit. So when you get it every day, 20 squats, 20 push-ups, or you're walking a little bit further, somehow you guys are all going to get chatty, you're going to be a little bit happy, you're not going to realize it. When you leave at the end of the day, you're going to have to walk back to your car unless you have somebody drive you to your car, so you'll get the same walk again. Or you'll do 20 push-ups, 20 squats. You'll mark down points. We have scorecards for you, again, for the people that want to do this. When you get that, every single point that you put down at the end of the month goes into a drawing. At the end of the drawing, 5 people are going to win $100. Now, I'm just talking about daily habits. Can everybody in here somehow, some way, sit to a chair, stand up 20 times in the course of the first 4 hours of your morning? Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yes? Guys, I know we haven't done 20 push-ups in a long time, but can we figure out a way to get our bird chest up and get 20 push-ups in the morning somehow? Yes?
Oh, yeah.
God, you guys are doing I meant like knock out a shitload of push-ups, guys. So, we're going to start moving a little more. We're going to start getting a little more. Now, this is where we're going to step it up. Again, when we talk about changes, we're not going to talk about paleo today. We're not going to talk about low carb. We're not going to talk about gluten. I don't care about any of those things. We're also going to reward 3 different things, and it's going to be on a daily basis. If you go a day without beer, you get a point. If you drink for the day, it doesn't matter. But Travis, what can we do instead of drinking beer? Soda water, splash cranberry. So if we go a day without beer, we get a point. It's on the honor system, guys. If we go a day without sugar, we get another point. Again, honor system. If we go a day without fried food, we get a 3rd point. Now, you could screw up all 6 days of the week, and you have 1 day and you just somehow made it, didn't have all 3 of those, and you get your 3 points, okay? But the idea is the more points you add up, obviously the better chance you're going to have to win. You're going to accidentally get in shape because you're going to accidentally raise your standards and you're going to accidentally increase your daily habits. So the whole idea is we're going to start implementing good, healthy traditions. Now, what can you do instead of drinking beer? We can go with sugar-free stuff, like Travis said there. We can still get pretty amped up off vodka, guys. We can still drink tequila, guys. We can still have light rum. All I'm saying is that liquid bread, maybe we give it a break for a couple days a week. I love that liquid bread. Fried food, let's give it up 5 out of 7 days a week. Sugar in our coffee. Maybe we try and find some way around it. Again, this isn't going to be for everybody. But for the people that want to make a change, it's 30 days. Because what you're going to find, again, in 30 days, you're not going to have momentum. And now these things that used to be a struggle to maybe not do the fried food or not do the beer as soon as you get out home after work. Now all of a sudden these healthy habits come. You somehow look down, you're 7 pounds lighter. And then the next month, you're not just 8 pounds lighter, 14, 21. And just like how the company grows from 2 to 4 to 8, 60 to 120 to 160, it starts happening exponentially. And so when you start getting motivation and momentum, your wife, your kids, your family, everybody else starts getting healthier. Now all of a sudden people, just like when you did a stupid little walk around the table and you guys kept talking for 60 seconds, now all of a sudden your family's talking at dinner. Now all of a sudden you guys are doing activities together. Now all of a sudden when you're saving more money, like what Mary Ellen was telling us about, money to go on vacations with those 5 extra weeks a year. But what's happening now? We get a weekend off, and what do? Because we're freaking tired. Alright? So if your most level of fitness right now is when you tie your shoe and you're out of breath and that's your exercise, let's freaking change it. If you have to do 10 sets of shoe time tomorrow morning, do it. Whatever you gotta do. Alright? Your level of fitness, just like what Travis said, you might be the 71-year-old woman at 323 pounds that needs to get down to 140 pounds, and she's done it. Or you might be that 25, 28, 30-year-old guy that was an athlete maybe 5, 6, 10 years ago, and all of a sudden, that belly's starting to creep up over that belt line. So we need fitness. I didn't know if that was a clap or what. So your fitness is your fitness level, guys. Don't try and evaluate, or I can't do this because this person can do this and this person can do that. It doesn't matter. Stand up, sit down in a chair 20 times in the morning. Do it before you leave. Get a buddy in the office to do it with you. Before you realize you're talking, you're holding each other accountable, you're laughing, and you build a connection with somebody else. Maybe you go home and do it with your kids. but it starts with daily habits. So raise your standards. If you're not happy with how things are right now, that's where you make a change. If you guys are super happy with your health and fitness, leave it exactly the way it is. But this is a chance to start again building habits and rituals. So here's how to go real quick. Every single morning, 20 squats or 20 push-ups. Afternoon, 20 squats, 20 push-ups. You have a scorecard. You'll put a 1 and a 1. If you park further away, you're just going to put 1 and 1, or you'll put 2, obviously, because you have to walk back to your car again. The second part. Again, we talked about each day without sugar, 1 entry. Each day without fried food, 1 entry. And each day without liquid bread, 1 entry. Well, I have a feeling this is going to be the least fall. Actually, this is going to be the hardest part. And I get it. Dieting is the hardest part by far. So like we said, guys, we're on the honor system. There's $500 at stake. There's $500 at stake right now. So we're on the honor system. So somebody, again, when we talk about a championship team, you guys hold each other's standards high. You guys hold each other accountable on a day-to-day basis at work. When somebody doesn't do a job right, obviously we're all pulling for the next person to help them up. It's the same thing with this. What you eat in private, you wear in public. So if you all of a sudden have 90 points for this game at the end of the month and you gain 10 pounds and you're looking like this, I don't think it's going to kill. And I don't think we're going to believe you. All right? So it's on the honor system, but not only is it on the honor system, it's right here too, guys. Again, when you raise your standards, it's not just physically, it's not just mentally, it's everything as a whole. Again, we said from the very beginning, they don't have to do what they're doing. This whole thing comes from right here. You either want it, you want to live healthier, and you want to leave a better legacy for the people around you, or you want to die early and everybody else with your responsibilities and obligations. Guys, it's not good. We hear about it every single day, every single week, somebody that we lost because they didn't take care of their health. We all have health cares in our family. It's not exception to you. We all have the ability. So all it starts with is daily habits. Set your standards a little bit higher. Very last thing I'm going to go over. Last year we offered like a transformation challenge for everybody, and 4 people took advantage of it. It wasn't very good. So this year I really want to make sure that we get this successful. And the only way that's going to be successful is just like how you're successful here. We don't know everything. We can't be the smartest person in the room, and we need to ask for questions. You guys are guys. I know we don't ask for corrections. I know we don't ask for help very easily, but this is where I want you to ask for help. This is what I do for a living. My job is to hold people accountable and to give them support. So all I want you to do is take your phones, take a picture of that board, or find me on social media and find the pictures of Travis puking that we'll put up. Find me, send me a message, and ask what you can do in your specific situation to help. If you have something private, if you have diabetes, or you're a hormone condition, or something that you are struggling with that you don't want to talk about in front of everybody, message me. Thank you. Yeah, guys, if you are not on our daily email list, I send an email 360 out of 365 days a year. There is something that somebody asked me yesterday that you will now get an answer for the very next day. It's real life practical stuff. I am not that 6-pack trainer, guys. We are everyday eating. I eat pizza every single weekend. I love anything with chocolate, and I'll eat anything fried. And again, we make our small concessions to get our long-term results out of everything. So take a picture of that, guys. Find me on social media. Please ask questions. I can't help you today. We'll not go any further than what we're doing today, and it's just words if you don't actually put it into action and ask for help. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
So this is what the sheet looks like. It's got a plastic sleeve, so you can bring it with you. Mark down your points. $500 on the line. June 5th is when it ends, right? Okay, June 3rd is when it ends. June 5th we'll do the drawing for the $100. Okay, guys, just hang with me. You're gonna have a break right after this next speaker. I'm gonna let Tommy introduce her because he's got a connection. Just another 10 minutes and we'll go on break. Tommy's gonna introduce our next speaker.